Yeah. Every single person thought I sold fruit. Crazy expensive, high interest loans to buy this little machine.
Yeah, these look quite tasty. I won't put them in my mouth.
These ones are actually specific for Rolls Royce. This is 10 grand. 10 grand.
Yeah.
That's 15 grand.
160 hours of work.
Yeah, roughly, ballpark.
Hey guys, how you going? Saad here. Today I'm down in Sydney with Tommy from Boutique Wheels. We're here to pick up my TE37s from the M3 that he's just fully restored and cleaned up for me and made straight, and they look mint. We'll talk about those right now. Today's a bit of a quiet day in the shop, so great time to talk to Tommy about the business and what he does. He's got a rim here that he's working on. So Tommy, tell me about yourself and what you do.
I'm just a idiot who likes wheels.
Look, we see that. There's a lot of wheels here.
Cars and wheels. And I mean, whether you got like a Charade or a Ferrari, like you have a cool set of wheels.
Yeah.
It looks mad. And then that obsession has just grown and grown. It's like, oh, how do I make this wheel look like that? Research, oh, I need this machine. Shit, okay. How do I do this? Where do I do that? I'm like, does anyone do this? Okay, no one in Australia does this. Oh, I wonder why. And then, you know, just over time learn stuff and play with cars and try and make them look cool. And
I think that's a story for pretty much all of us, isn't it? You used to be called Produced Factory. Why did you change the name from Produced Factory to Boutique Wheels?
That's a good question. I guess Fast and Furious. You see all like Jap cars, JDM stuff.
Yeah.
And then Tokyo Drift came out. You're like, holy shit. I want to do that. And then you go down that rabbit hole, like video option and all the cool stuff, and you're like, drifting's awesome. And then all the Japanese workshops had like broken English names.
Yeah.
Like really cool.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, that's really sick. There was a brand, like an aero brand did the VIP cars called Junction Produce.
Yeah.
And I love that stuff. And then I'm like, oh, I kind of produce shit in a factory, like Produce Factory was cool.
Yeah.
But before that, I started as Produce.
Like a vegetable farm.
Every single person thought I sold fruit.
Really?
The amount of people that like, it was crazy. But I was actually, it started as Produced Auto.
Yeah.
However many years ago that was, like 2016. Yeah, drift cars, race cars, just powder coating stuff. Like do whatever I can to, you know, start the business and sell everything, and just to get, you know, as you do, the crazy expensive high interest loans to buy this little machine. Same as you.
Yeah.
You just beg, borrow, don't steal, but you know, do whatever you can. And it kind of just progressed from making stuff really pretty, and over the years changed the name. And then I was like, okay, I'm doing now just wheels. As you can see, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of wheels and millions of dollars worth of machinery. And it's kind of like, well, I need a name that kind of, you see a sticker on the car, you're like, Produce Factory, like, oh, this dude must sell fruit. But now you can put two and two together, and just bougie boutique stuff, and it kind of just grown into this, I guess what you see today, of just crazy shit everywhere. So
awesome. So what are you doing on this wheel here? I can see some orange masking tape. What are we doing to this one?
So they're a two-piece wheel made in the US, probably I think 15 years ago. The customer wanted a really cool funky finish. He's got a E39 M5, a light blue.
An E39 M5 and like, damn.
It's nice.
That's a cool car. Yeah.
And he's opted for like gloss black lips and barrels, and then this center to be fully polished, which has gone through our German ceramic polish machines, which is pretty crazy in itself. And then he wants the top like a machine brush finish, a black clear, like a light black tinted clear, and then a clear put over that. Yeah. So it's like a murdered out black chrome. Okay. So these are the rears, and they're kind of convex. Yeah. But these are a bit more flat, and there's no hard edge. So I want to create, like, I guess I'll show the camera.
Yeah, show the guys.
Kind of wanted to create like a hard edge where it stops, so it gives like a really cool reflection rather than coming all the way to the edge. But with these, there's no hard point. So I'm going to mask it all up and create a line.
Sweet.
And then it should go to plan, as it normally does. Sometimes it doesn't, but
So this sounds like a pretty hectic job.
Oh, it's crazy. There's so much time.
Are you allowed to say how much a job like this would cost, or?
Yeah, this is about
$10,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he really liked them. They should have just been thrown in the bin. Yeah. But they were bent and twisted, and there was some, what's the word? They're sentimental. Sweet. What's the word? And he's like, I just want them this really cool finish. Like I can do it, but there's just to get it to a polish point, there's 30 hours of hand sanding and 24 hours in the machine over different finish stages and chemicals. And then
so that's the ceramic polish.
And then they're pretty in chrome and polish.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna sand the top, so it feels like almost sacrilege, like getting rid of the nice shiny. But the end result's gonna be really cool.
Really cool. I mean, we've got these tubs here of like, I don't know, like some, these look quite tasty. I won't put them in my mouth. Talk me through what this machine is and what we're doing here.
Right. You want the short version?
Yeah.
Or you want the long version?
Do you have a wheel that you can show us?
I can show you some stuff.
Yeah. We're gonna have a look afterwards. But tell me about this, because we've got some beads here. We've got
it looks like a bakery almost. All right, short version. They are called vibratory tumbler polishing machines. There's a few certain words. Pretty much, it's a bowl, a metal bowl, polyurethane in the center. It's got a couple of different motors and angles, and it vibrates. It's for polishing wheels or deburring and work hardening.
Yeah.
If you search that, you can see what that means. We won't go into that, but pretty much it makes shit shiny.
Okay, so I saw a set of T37s with a chrome finish inside.
Looks like chrome.
Yeah, they're polished.
It's polished, yeah.
How long does it take to get a wheel to that condition?
Without sanding,
yeah.
If you just put...
So I brought you a brand new T37, I said I want it to be chrome, and I said...
it'll take me about 40 hours a wheel.
40 hours a wheel, 4, 8, 12, 16, that's 160 hours of work.
Yeah, roughly, ballpark. And then, you take the paint off, it's a mass-produced thing, there might be a little ding in it.
Yeah.
So you can't just, if there's a little ding, you sand it out, you're gonna see the scallop. So then you gotta blend it. So this is literally just a new school way of polishing.
Okay, yeah.
But it does everything from the front to the back.
Yeah.
You can put it in looking like these are all paint stripped, like these are kind of rough looking. If you put it in, it will kind of just look like zinc plate, like it will just not be super shiny.
Yeah.
So the smoother, you got to get the metal super smooth, and then you put it in over 3 stages.
Yeah.
3 different chemicals, different times, settings. As you can see, we've kind of got like little cheat codes we've written down. These ones are actually specific for Rolls-Royce.
Yep.
So the chemicals are all from Germany. Yep. I'm not going to give out secrets because it's taken 10 years to figure all this stuff out.
Yeah.
But they're made in Germany. This is 10 grand. This is 10 grand.
Yeah.
That's 15 grand.
Yeah.
There's multiple tubs.
And how long does a set of the beads last?
You've got 3 stages. So your first stage over here, which kind of looks like these gray little guys. Imagine that's like 150 grit sandpaper.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it, and you can feel like almost it's got like a little bit of abrasive in it.
Yeah.
And then that's your first stage. And then your second stage is smoothing. So you can feel it's really smooth.
Yep.
So that makes the metal really smooth.
Yep.
And then you've got these little balls and these
and that's
porcelain balls. And it rubs around on it and it makes it super shiny. So there's positives and negatives to like new school polishing and old school polishing. But I mean, you put it in and you walk away.
Yeah.
But there's hundreds of thousands of dollars on a setup.
Yeah, of course.
Like anything, you can buy a cheap machine from, overseas, made in like a mass-produced factory in China for like 20,000.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get a $20,000 machine.
Yeah.
You can buy the high end or the low end.
Yeah.
This is literally
the Rolls-Royce of ceramic polishing machines.
Yeah, you can't get any better. The compound, like there's the what they call the media.
Yep.
So the stuff that goes in it, the chalk chips and the balls.
Yep.
And then you've got the chemicals that need to mix with it and mix with water.
Yep.
So those chemicals, I'll find the sheet somewhere, but they are to Rolls-Royce standards.
Yeah.
Because obviously Rolls-Royce make jet engines and stuff.
Yeah.
And all their wheels are all polished and cool.
Yeah.
But this chemical is ordered and sent from Germany, and it's very dear, but it is the best.
Yeah.
And it is to Rolls-Royce standard.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And we're the only people in, the only place in the Southern Hemisphere that has have these two.
Yeah, because I've never seen anyone doing like chrome polishing of wheels until I came across you guys. Yeah, let's take a look at one of the wheels.
Those ones that I was masking up out there are going to turn out like this. So they were polished and then black cleared to give it that like black sort of chrome. So on the sides it looks like black chrome, and then there's like a machine black face. And then that one in front of it I've got out, that's the actual finish of second stage of ceramic polishing. So it looks like marble. It's like a marble effect. So there's a few wheel manufacturers in the US that make some prestigious wheels, and they offer a marble finish. And that is that. Yeah, pretty much that second stage. So just before it goes, that would then go into the machine and come out like fully polished.
And these here are my wheels. What did we do to these?
So pretty much for your wheels, they looked a bit sad. There were some scratches.
Yeah, they're all scratched.
You were like, I just want them kind of fresh. And they weren't that old. They didn't look like they had much use.
They were from 2016, 2017.
Yeah, they weren't that old, but they were buckled and bent. When I say buckled, like the wheel, when you spin it, it will be like perfectly round. Your ones had like a flat spot, like you hit a pothole, but it was only, you wouldn't have seen it because on the back side of the wheel, you would have seen it until we spun it up. So before we make it pretty, we just want to make sure that it is going to be safe before we even, do anything else to it. So we fix them. They're forged, meaning that they're super strong. So it's like trying to push metal with your hand. Like it's so strong, it does not move much. So there's a lot of work involved to get it straight, but they're awesome now. And once we made them pretty, we took all the paint off, which is like this guy here. So it looks old and you can see the factory machine finish and the cast sort of finish that it's got. That will then, so we took all the paint off, it looks like that, and then we sand any dings and dents and imperfections, make it look nice. So after we chemical strip it, we'll sandblast it, what they call media blast. It's not super aggressive, it's kind of smoothish, and then it will show any other little stuff we've missed. Hit it with a sander, we'll machine it, weld it, whatever we need to do, blast it again, hang it up through the valve hole, and literally make the wheel look like it was brand new out of a box.